Okay, let's look at the homework 2.1, 2.2, problem number 4. Right? So what we want to do is we want to find the equation of a tangent line to the graph of f of x, but parallel to this given line. All right, so let's do that. All right, so whenever you look for the equation of a line, you need to have two things. Right, first guy is a point. So point, and as usual, we're gonna call it x1 comma y1, right? All right, so we don't know the point yet, and also slope. All right, slope m. All right, so this one is actually fairly easy to find because since the tangent line we're looking for is parallel to this line right here. So which means that it's going to have exactly the same slope as this given line. All right, so I'm going to isolate y, right, by subtracting x and adding 12 so that we can move x over to the other side and negative 12 over to the other side. All right, so this is going to be full y is on the left still. All right, then you're going to have a negative x plus 12. All right, then we can just divide through by 4. Divide through by 4. So we have y is equal to negative 1/4 x plus 12 divided by 4 would be 3. Right? So we know that the slope is negative 1/4. Right? So negative 1/4. Right? So now we have the slope. All right, so what we want to do next is that since we have to make sure that the slope is negative 1/4, and the derivative of this derivative of the function tells you about the slope of the tangent lines. All right, so we're going to take the derivative. All right, since this is in section 1, we really have to use the limit definition, but since we already talked about the power rule and the other rules, so I'm going to go ahead and use those rules to find the derivative. So f prime of x is going to be, so I'm cheating a little bit here, right? Derivative of x squared would be 2x, and derivative of negative x would be negative 1, right? Then we want this to be negative 1/4, right? So we can solve for x. So let's say you're gonna add 1 to both sides. So you have 2x left over is equal to, all right, add 1 to negative 1/4. So that will be 3/4, right? Then we just divide through by 2. Right, so that will get you x equals, all right, divide by 2, so 3/8. All right, so x value is 3/8. Right, then we have to find the corresponding y value, so we just have to plug 3/8 into the original function, so 3/8. Right, so that's going to be, so we're going to have to simplify 3/8. All right, and let's see, 3/8 squared, so it's going to be 9. So 3 squared would be 9, and 8 squared would be 64. All right, and a minus 3/8. All right, 3/8 is, let's see, you have to multiply 8 by 8 to get 64. So it's 64. 3 times 8 is 24. All right, so that's going to be, let's see, so 3/8. And 9 over 64 minus 24 over 64 would be negative 15 over 64. All right, so therefore we can find the equation. The equation would be y minus y1, which is negative 15. So plus 15 over 64 is equal to, slope is negative 1/4 times quantity x minus 3/8. All right, so I'm gonna just distribute this guy to x. So it's going to be negative 1/4 x. All right, then distribute negative 1/4 to negative 3/8. So that's going to be positive 3 over, all right, 4 times 8 is 32. All right, so we need to isolate y, so we're going to have to subtract the 15 over 64. All right, so we're going to subtract 15 over 64 to get y is equal to negative 1/4 x, right? Then let's see, so this guy is same thing as, we need a 64 on the bottom, so it's 6 over 64, all right? So we subtract the 15 over 64, so it's going to be minus 9 over 64. All right, so let's put that in. So negative 1/4 x minus 9 over 64. All right, so go back, and so it's negative 1/4 x minus, all right, let's see, what was it? Sorry, I forgot. It's 9 over 64. Sorry about that. 9 over 64. All right, so number is not very nice, but hopefully this will take it. All right, let's check the answer. Okay, it came back as correct. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.